Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadhar Sivasadi Gaura Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So today is Tuesday. It is 17th of December. It is Pausha Masa or Narayana Masa, Krishna Paksham, and Tadiya Tithi. So there are no events today. So tomorrow it is the Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami Tirobhavatiti. That is disappearance day of Sri Bhaktisiddhanta Saraswati Goswami. Okay, so apart from that, there are no events today. So tomorrow is also fasting. So but we will remind that one tomorrow as well. So until afternoon. Okay, so for today we shall move to our daily listening in Bhagavatam. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Hare Krishna. In the Srimad Bhagavatam, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is speaking to Brahma. In the Chatashloki Bhagavata, the fourth verse, Etavad Jnasam Tattu Jnasunatmanaha Anvaya Vitrekabhyam Yatsat Sarvatra Sarvada. So everyone's inquiry onto the absolute truth, one has to come to the point that Lord Narayana or the Krishna is the ultimate personality. So rendering devotional service unto him is the only activity. So likewise, the Lord says that one, Etavad Jnasam Tat Vijnasnatmanaha. Anvaya Vitrekabhyam, either directly or indirectly. Yasyat Sarvada Yasyat Sarvatra Sarvada. In all times and place and circumstances, so one has to come to that point. So likewise, the Lord says, and then Prabhupada, we have gone through some part of the purports. So we shall continue that purport further. So translation again for this one. A person who is searching after the supreme absolute truth, the personality of Godhead, must certainly search for it up to this in all circumstances, in all space and time, and both directly and indirectly. And purport by Srila Prabhupada ki jai. So can I request any devotee to read from this paragraph until the point here? Until this point.
Hare Krishna. Shall I, Prabhu?
Yes, sure, Mataji.
The revealed scriptures give directions directly to this end, but because the bewildered living entities are blinded by the glaring reflection in the darkness, they are unable to find the truth of the revealed scriptures. For example, in the Bhagavad Gita, the whole direction is targeted towards the personality of Godhead, Lord Sri Krishna. But for want of a bona fide spiritual master in the line of Brahmaji, or the direct Hera, Arjuna, there are different distortions of the revealed knowledge by many unauthorized persons who just want to satisfy their own whims. Undoubtedly, the Bhagavad Gita is accepted as one of the most brilliant stars in the horizon of the spiritual sky. Yet, the interpretations of the great book or knowledge have so grossly been distorted that every student of the Bhagavad Gita is still in the same darkness of glaring material reflections. Such students are hardly enlightened by the Bhagavad Gita. In the Gita, practically the same instructions is imparted as in the four prime verses of the Bhagavatam. But due to the wrong and unfashionable interpretations by unauthorized persons, one cannot reach the ultimate conclusion in the Bhagavad Gita. It is clearly said. Ishvara sarvabhutanam hirdeshirjuna rishthishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantrarudhani mayaya. The Lord is situated in the heart of all living beings as Paramatma, and He is controlling all of them in the material world under the agency of His external energy. Therefore, it is clearly mentioned that the Lord is the supreme controller, and the living entities are controlled by the Lord. In the same Bhagavad Gita 1865, the Lord directs as follows: Manmanabhava madbhakto madhya madhyajimam namaskuru mam evaishyasi satyam te pratijane prayosit me. It is clearly from this verse, the Bhagavad Gita, that the direction of the Lord is that one should be God minded, a devotee of the Lord, a worshipper of the Lord, and must offer all obeisances unto Lord Krishna. By so doing, the devotee will undoubtedly go back to Godhead, back to home. Indirectly, it is said that the whole Vedic social construction of human society is so made that everyone acts as part and parcel of the complete body of the Lord. The intelligent class of men, or the Brahmanas, are situated on the face of the Lord. The administrative class of men, the Kshatriyas, are situated on the arms of the Lord. The productive class of men, the Vaishyas, are situated on the belt of the Lord, and the laborer class of men, the Shudras, are situated on the legs of the Lord. Therefore, the complete social construction is the body of the Lord, and all the parts of the body, namely Brahmanas, Kshatriyas, and Vaishyas, and Sudras, are are meant to serve the Lord's whole body conjointly. Otherwise, the parts become unfit to be coordinated with the supreme consciousness of oneness. Universal consciousness is factually achieved by coordinated service of all concerned to the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and that alone can ensure that total perfection. Therefore, even the great scientists, the great philosophers, the great mental speculators, the great politicians, the great industrialists, the great social reformers, etc., cannot give any relief to the restless society of the material world because they do not know the secret of success as mentioned in this verse of the Bhagavatam, namely that one must know the mystery of Bhakti Yoga. In the Bhagavad Gita 7:15 also it is said.
Wait, that's Mataji. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Hare Krishna.
We cover that part later on tomorrow. Okay, thank you so much. Okay, so here Srila Prabhupada is describing. So further, so previously yesterday he was explaining about that without the bona fide spiritual master, one cannot get the understanding of the supreme absolute truth. And today, further Prabhupada is describing about there are different literatures. And people are bewildered, living entities are blinded by the glaring reflection in the darkness. Because, first of all, there are so many obstacles. So, generally, when we are going for any kinds of expeditions, we might have seen some kind of movies as well, as a small kinds of summary. But in our life, we may be seeing through. So, still, we are searching for the absolute truth. working and working, and we may be thinking that these are all side fruits, byproducts, but actually we have not attained the ultimate absolute perfection, understanding about the Supreme Personality of Godhead. So here, because bewildered living entities are blinded by the glaring reflection in the darkness, they are unable to find the truth of the revealed scriptures. If we see the scriptures, so many scriptures, 18 Puranas are there, Mahabharat, Bhagavatam, and then Brahma Samhita is there, Vedas, Brahma Sutra, many of those things are there. But all these things are actually directing only to the Krishna only, Narayana only. But people, because they are taking those scriptures, 18 Puranas, they are divided it into three categories and like for six, like that. So six for the people of in the mode of goodness, and six Puranas for the people in the mode of passion. Another six Puranas for the people who are in the mode of ignorance. But they're all transcendental. They gradually bring one onto the Krishna consciousness. So that is, but people who thinks that reading different Puranas, they think that that is the ultimate thing. But however, they are engaged in the Vaktancham Bhaddhanam Bihi. They are tied up by the Vedic injunctions. In such a way, they will elevate themselves later on. So, for example, in the Bhagavad Gita, the whole direction is targeted towards the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna. But for want of a bona fide spiritual master in the line of Brahmaji or direct hearer, Arjuna, there are different distortions. So here, again, Bhagavad Gita spoken by Krishna. He is the speaker. Everything aham means it is always directing to him. Mad Bhakta, it is always directing to become a devotee of Krishna itself. But people, they interpret in different ways according to their own whims, because they wanted to prove, they wanted to show off. I know the Sanskrit, I understand this one. So they wanted to show off to the world. I wanted to compile a book. I don't have much work. I wanted to compile, I want to earn money on the book. I can sit and eat. So that is what the many of the people they will distort the audience for their personal own whims, their own whims. Undoubtedly, the Bhagavad Gita is accepted as one of the most brilliant stars in the horizon of the spiritual sky. So this is everyone accepts. It is the universal literature. There are no oppositions to Bhagavad Gita in any way. There are no competitive literature as well. It is so sublime. There is no other sublime literature. Every other literatures, they are just like focusing on one particular thing. But Bhagavad Gita is the sublime, beyond the religions. It is a science. Yet the interpretations of this great book of knowledge have so grossly been distorted that every student of Bhagavad Gita is still in the same darkness of glaring material reflections. So we might have, this is our practical experience until we come to the Bhagavad Gita written by Srila Prabhupada, I mean compiled by Prabhupada. So we were still in the darkness. We could not find any directions in our life. And then such students are hardly enlightened by the Bhagavad Gita. They do not get to. They still, because how do we understand? They're simply engaging in the materialistic duties. They are not coming and engaging themselves in the devotional services. That is how we understand. People are bewildered. In the Gita, practically the same instruction is imparted as in the four prime verses of Bhagavatam. Uh, so like aham evasam eva ghrinan yad sad asat param. So from that verse to etavadhyav jijnasyam. So those four verses are also similar kind of interpretations explained in the Bhagavad Gita. Uh, and but due to the wrong and fashionable interpretations by unauthorized persons, one cannot reach the ultimate conclusion because their purpose is different. Because they wanted to earn money on it, on the transcendental literatures, or they wanted to show off. But those are all their personal own whims, satisfy their own whims, not Krishna's instruction. It is not as it is. In the Bhagavad Gita, it is clearly said that Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam huddeshe arjuna tishtati brahmayan sarvabhutani yantra rodani maya. Yantra rodani, this is the machine. Maya, so and then controller is there. Who is that one? Ishvaraha. So here Lord is situated and making every living entity and control them. Just like we sit in a car and we drive the car. Likewise, the Lord also sit and then control the human beings. Not only human beings, all sarvabhutani. Sarv Ishvaraha sarvabhutanam hriddeshe jinatistati. Just like a yantra rudhani maya. And then again, मन्मना भव मद्भक्तो मध्याजी माम नमस्कुरु माम ये वैश्यसि satyam te pratijati priyosi me. Again, Lord is saying that everyone become my devotee and you offer your obeisances unto me. Likewise, I'm telling, oh Arjuna, so this is the ultimate thing. I'm explaining this to you because pratijani priyosi me. I'm again telling because you are my dearest friend. Maham Satyante. So likewise, Krishna gives everywhere clear instructions to Arjuna, but people who they take the same thing and mask it according to their own whims. So here, a worshipper of the Lord and must offer all obeisances unto Lord Krishna. Lord Krishna is the one should be God-minded, a devotee of the Lord, worshipper of the Lord, and must offer all obeisances unto Lord Krishna. By so doing, the devotee will undoubtedly go back to Godhead, become back to home, back to Godhead. This is how to become a Bhrutya, as a servant of the Lord. If there is a servant and he is doing without any uh, selfishness, then the master will always keep him. This if servant has got a different purpose, I wanted to have separate home, I wanted to enjoy something like that, then master what he will do? Okay, you can just go and do on your own business like that. But when he is completely serving attitude, then master allows him to stay with him and also make him to enjoy all the opulences that Lord has got. And then here, indirectly, it is said that the whole Vedic social construction of human society is so made that everyone acts as a part and parcel of the complete body of the Lord. So this is the Varnashrama Dharma. Is the another? It is the body of the Lord. The intelligent class of men or Brahmanas are situated in the face of the Lord. Administrative class of men, Kshatriyas, are situated on the arms of the Lord. Productive class of men, the Vaishyas, are situated on the belt of the Lord, and the labor class of men, Sudras, are situated on the legs of the Lord. This is Brahmanosya Mukamasid Bahu Rajanyah Krutaha Gurutarasya Advaisya Padbhyagum Sudro Ajayata. Brahmanosya Mukam Asid. Brahmanas are the face. Bahu Rajanyah Krutaha. So this kings and all administrative class of men, Bahu, they are situated in the arms. Guru Tadasya Advaisya. Guru is the thighs and the until the belt point. Guru Tadasya Vaishyas. And Padbhyagam Sudra Ajayata. The Sudras are in the legs of the Lord. So this is all about the from the Purusha Sukta confirmation. The every day it is sing in the temples. It's like Chandrama Manaso Jataha Chakchu Suryo Ajayata Mukadindasya Agnisha Prana Dvayu Rajayata Nabhya Asidantariksham Sishnodhyo Samavattata Padbhyam Bhumi Disasotra Tada Lokagum Akalpayan वेदाहं एतं पुरुषं महान्तम् आदित्यवर्णं तमसस्तु पारे सर्वाणि रूपाणि विचित्य धीरः नामानि कृत्वा विवदन् यदास्ते. So there are further of this Purusha Sukta. It describes the entire Vishwarupa, Virat Rupa, and all this Varnashrama Dharma and everything else in the Vedas. So, therefore, the complete social construction of the body of the Lord and all parts of the body, namely Brahmanas, the Kshatriyas, Vaishyas, and Sudras, are meant to Lord's whole body conjointly. Samsiddhir Haritoshanam, Atha Pumbid Vijisreshta, Varnashrama Vibhagashaha, Swanishtasya Dharmasya, Samsiddhir Haritoshanam. Everyone has to engage in their own occupied duties only for the pleasure of the Lord. Otherwise, the parts become unfit to be coordinated with the supreme consciousness of oneness. So, here, universal consciousness is factually achieved by coordinated service of all concerned to the supreme personality of Godhead, and that alone can ensure total perfection. Therefore, even the great scientists, the great philosophers, great mental speculators, great politicians, the great industrialists, the great social reformers, etc., cannot give any relief to the restless society of the material world because they do not know the secret of success as mentioned in this verse of Bhagavatam, namely that one must know the mystery of Bhakti Yoga. So, this is the root and center point of everything. When everyone are establishing the center point, then all kinds of knowledge, economic development, everything will be aligned. That way they will achieve the success. Otherwise, they cannot bring any relief to the restless society of the material world. So that is the secret. But people, they wanted to show my country needs to have, and my dollar, my country's dollar needs to be strong. It should be the center point. We wanted to enjoy, but they do not know the center point of the happiness. Though it is economically developed, but still many people are not happy, turning themselves into hippies and sense gratifications, and then they don't know where they are going. They do not know what they would do by earning so many millions and millions of dollars and pounds, billions, becoming the billionaire topmost in the these are all deviating. The news itself, the media itself, it is highlighting the inappropriate things. Because media is highlighting such kind of things, people are bewildered, thinking that that is the right thing. So people are who are advertising are in the wrong consciousness, who are doing is the wrong thing, and people who are innocent, people who are watching it, they're all bewildered. In such a way, everything is going in the wrong direction. Everything is wrong. All media is wrong. It is not required at all for the common man to know all these things. It does not give any solutions for his giving the food to his tummy, sleeping properly, having a peace of mind. They do not give. Instead, it will agitate his mind. He's agitated because he is agitated. All of his dependents, like family members, gets agitated. Surrounding environments will be affected, and all of his day-to-day activities, which are to be carried out, they will be disturbed because of his agitation in the mind. That is how this world is. Everything is wrong. Everyone are politicians are wrong. Media is wrong. Advertisements are wrong. Everything is going in the wrong direction. That's why Krishna Sudamopagade Dharma Jnanarvisaha Kalunasa Lushamesha Puranarko Adunoditaha. Srimad Bhagavatam has appeared just like a sun in the darkness. One has to take the instructions from Srimad Bhagavatam. At any point of time, one must always be in taking the companion of Srimad Bhagavatam in all times and circumstances. Then he will be free from all kinds of anxieties. So this is the mystery of Bhakti Yoga. So one must know the mystery of Bhakti Yoga. So one has to approach Bhagavatam in all times and circumstances. Again and again, people may be thinking that I have these problems, I have that problems, I have family problems, health problems, work problems, and so many people are disturbing in our life because though Srimad Bhagavatam is next to us, we are not taking the shelter of it. We need to have Bhagavatam always with us. every day one has to approach Bhagavatam and read at least one shloka or some lines of Srimad Bhagavatam. At least it is, if it is not possible, hear attentively and contemplate on that particular day. Okay, so these are the instructions of Srimad Bhagavatam. Okay, that is from Srimad Bhagavatam. We shall continue the rest of it tomorrow. So this is etavadyev jijnasyam tatvijnasanatmanah anvaya vyatirekabhyam yasyat sarvatra sarvada. Okay, so we shall move to Srila Prabhupada's daily letter. Okay, so today letter to Jadu Rani Bharadraja Muralidhara, June 4th, 1970, Los Angeles. Can I request any other unallocated devotee to read this letter, please? Murda Sachi Mataji.
Hare Krishna Maharaj. My dear Jadurani, Bharat Raja, and Muralidhara, please accept my blessing. I beg to thank you for your letter dated Nil, and I see that it is approved by the President. So any of my student can inquiry from me in the matter of serving Krishna directly, and especially you are advanced and approved students. Sometimes somebody sends some irrelevant inquiries which students will not have asked from the special master, and for them the restrictive circular was issued. So you are at a liberty to send a letter directly, and I will reply them directly. So far painting the pictures, you are already doing it nicely, as I have seen so many pictures in Krishna, and I am also answering specific inquiries, so there is no difficulty. The best thing is you use your discrimination. I was advised that Narada Muni was to be painted on an easy journey, but the picture which is given on it was suggested by me. The best thing will be that you paint picture to your best discretion, and is controversial points you can write to me and I will send instructions. All of you are expert painters, so your mutual decision for painting and picture is more valuable than my suggestion. The description are already there, given in the book, so there is no difficult to take out the points and prepare a sketch. Yes, I am very glad that temple arrangement in Boston is nicely being carried out and new devotees are joining. This is the success of preaching work. Preaching work means increasing the number of our family members. Krishna is our head man in the family. Kartamarsi means head man. According to the Vedic system, Kartamarsi is asked in the morning by his wife what kind of food stuff he will like to take on that day, and the Kartamarsi or the head man of the family will detect some preparation, and that will be accepted as a food stuff for everyone on that day. Similarly, our principle should be to act in the way as Krishna will feel satisfaction. Krishna wants every one of the living entities to go back to home, back to Godhead. So, if we can induce even one person to understand that this material world is not meant for our living, our real home is in the spiritual world, and if we can convince this philosophy to even a single person, that is the success of our missionary activities. Jamvan Jambavan, the name does not suggest a bear, because his daughter was one of the queen of Dwarika married by Krishna. Just like sometimes our name is Krishna, that does not mean that I am real Krishna, but I am Krishna Das, or a servant of Krishna. From the description of Srimad Bhagavatam, we understand that this Jambavan was very sturdy and a strong fighter. Some Sometimes we get such picture of bodily construction of the black man in your country. So in this way you can guess what should be the future of his body, but certainly he was not a bear. Hope this will meet you all in good health. Here ever will sir A.C. Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada ki jai.
Jai. Thank you, Mataji. Very nicely read. Any takeaway points, Mataji? Yeah.
Prabhuji, here the Prabhupada said that the picture in which book what picture should be like painted in front, and he in Prabhupada said that uh, they can make the picture as they like, but uh, mm, um, sorry Prabhuji, can you take down, and devotee can make the sketch as by the given in the book, like all of like description are already there given in the book. And another thing is that Prabhupada said that um, the main thing is preaching. So preaching work means increasing number of family member. uh, Krishna is our main head, so we have to try to do a preaching. And if we make one person a Krishna conscious, and he said that it is success of our missionary activities. Mm. Can you take down, bro? Sorry. And uh, sorry, Prabhuji, this is all I want to say. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji, for kindly reading and then explaining this letter. Any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add to this letter?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Ramlala
Yeah.
Prabhuji.
Hare Krishna. Yeah, here also they are mentioned as a name of Krishna. Because someone is a name of Krishna, he is not the original Krishna. And similarly, Jambavan also, it is the name of Jambavan. It does not mean he's a monkey of Jambavan. So, that is the important things. Also, it was mentioned. Yeah.
Thank you. Any other points, Prabhuji, you wanted to mention?
Yeah, already Mataji has covered all these points. Actually, so actually this is also important letter to Jadurani, one of the pioneer of ISKCON. Yeah, the painting also very important, and it is actually the for the Krishna books, because Krishna books has 90 chapters. Every chapter they edit new photos, different painting. So it is to attract to the devotees. So because the painting has a vital part for the preaching, and many devotees attract, even not reading the books, but only follow the picture, follow the painting. So, and Prabhupada also mentioned here that painting also giving more correctly that and so that it will be right chapter right way, so that it has to place correctly. And also Krishna book, and also other books also, Easy Journey to Other Planet. Also there is another books also. So this painting also giving different places, different publications, different booklet also. Yeah. Hare Krishna. And Prabhupada also appreciate other painter. So, and Prabhupada mentioned, you are good painter. Even he mentioned, I am not painter, but you are doing nicely. So he appreciate to others. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Prabhuji, for adding those beautiful points. So, pictures speak so many things. As soon as we buy a book, first of all, first thing is open the book, see what is the beautiful pictures existed in it. Yeah, that is what generally I do. But yeah, it speaks so many things. It speaks the entire book in a glimpse. Okay, any other points, dear devotees, you wanted to add?
Hare Krishna, Prabhu. Yeah, yeah, Prabhu and Mataji, they have covered most of the things. Just one thing I wanted to add is, Prabhupada here is like maybe Jadurani, Mataji, and the other two disciples. They have been painting for a long time, and now that Prabhupada might be getting busy, so and he wants more and more picture for the Krishna book and the different books, so he's giving discretion to Jadurani that you read the books, you I mean, collect the points, like you said, you find out the points from the book, and then if there are some controversial points, then I can suggest you. Otherwise, from the book, I mean, when you take out the points, when a character is described, then from that you try to paint. And of course, being a good painter, you should be able to do that. But if not, then on controversial points, then I can help you. So in that context, I mean, I think Jadurani Mataji was asking about Jambavan, because whether he's a monkey or a bear or what. So Prabhupada explained, like, he's not a bear or a monkey. He's like in your country, I mean, in the West, they're saying there many people from African origin who have like dark built and strong body, so something like that, and with fur on the body. So basically he's trying to explain that you didn't, so that she does not make a fair face which represents a bear or something, so something like that. So yeah, they his instructions are quite clear. So, and that's why we see so many beautiful paintings continuously. Keeps on making even now. So yeah, that's my point I wanted to add, Prabhu. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. Very beautiful. Um, yes. Thank you so much. And any other?
Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna, Mataji.
There was the one passage that talked about like Krishna being like our father, and in a way he's directed what should be in place. And he said about like a father in the family or a husband would direct the wife what to prepare. Some word there, is it karmashi? What? Yeah, and kartamashi. But there was another word about what? Yeah. So the head of the head man, which is like Krishna, directing and telling us how to carry on, is like a silent direction from Krishna. Similarly, in a household family, a husband would decide and direct us how to prepare, like for instance, food stuff and share it, something like that.
Yes.
And our principles should be the way Krishna what are we doing it for? To please Krishna, and you will soon know whether Krishna is satisfied with your actions. So I think that was everything was said, but I think this is a added piece of information to us. And why are we doing it? How would we see the result? We will be directed back to Godhead. So we will be with Krishna because Krishna is pleased with us. Something like that.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Okay, very beautifully explained. Okay, and so one more point here. Jambavan is mentioned as a Ruksha Raja, the king of bears. Maybe, yeah, king may not be the bear, but he is the king of. So I think he's a big fighter as well. Prabhupada mentions that he was not a bear. Okay. Another thing.
And the word Kartamashi.
Kattama. Yeah, Kattamashi is he's head of the family, means headman.
Yeah, I never heard that word before. It's really, different.
Thank you, Mataji. Okay, and apart from that, for every descriptions, we have got either nature descriptions, Krishna's bodily features, everything is mentioned in the books. This is Krishna is always pleasant and having a very pleasing and beautiful face. Prasadavimukham Sheshwat Prasannavadanekshanam Sunasam Subhruvam Charukapolam Surasundaram. So those beautiful descriptions of Krishna is coming from everything from scriptures. Otherwise, there is no other thing, no words to describe the glories and beauty. Either Krishna or the Prakriti. Prakriti or Purusha. So all descriptions are coming from the Vedic point of view only. People are taking those things and doing copying in their day-to-day lives. Okay, so whatever we see the picture, so it must be coming from. Otherwise, if we use our own mind, then it will speculate. There are many beautiful pictures here also in the British gallery as well. There are, what is the value of those things without a Krishna in it? Of course, it says, okay, he's a great art. What it means to me? Nothing. We do not go and worship those pictures. But people, they sell it for millions uselessly. What do? Keep in the home just for show off. That's all. No value to them. Okay, so these are the some instructions Prabhupada has given in this letter. Okay, and from the announcements point of view, so today evening preaching session with Gaurangi Devi Mataji at 8 p.m. And apart from that, I have shared the communication with regards to the Narasimha Deva's Abhisheka. So hope I haven't received any comments after that. I'll be sharing the bank details sooner. We'll start raising or contributing towards those Abhisheka for the Lord service. Okay, and dear devotees, if you have got any updates or you wanted to share anything, you wanted to give any inputs, so kindly share. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna Prabhu. Yeah, yesterday my phone, like message, the memory was completely full, so I just saw the message today. I couldn't send the link for, I was saying like for here, if you're doing for the flower service, like outfit is of course 2,500 to 3,000 for the festivals, but if for Radha Gokulananda, if you want to do flower service, it's 251 pounds for the festivals, and normal is I think 61 pounds for daily thing. So I'll send that link in the group. I couldn't send it yesterday, so maybe if for any of the festivals we want to do, then we can collect that amount, or if that's possible, yeah. For as a service for or as well as for cow seva, like many people we relate to the deities, but the cows, I was looking at the website yesterday, there's so much seva they need for the cows as well, like when they're not well, the hospital, I mean they don't have hospital, I mean here only they have facilities, but for medicines and other apparatus they need so much. So like any of the services, but I'll share the link to and devotees can decide later for, but yeah, for now we can collect. Thank you for putting the messages. We can collect for Narasimhadev at Mayapur. Yeah. Hare Krishna.
Hare Krishna. Thank you so much, Mataji. So as part of the Bhaktivedanta some services, maybe we could allocate some kind of split those 500 what we have been thinking to Radha Gokulanand as well as the cows as well.
Yeah, that will be nice as well. Yeah, because not many temples have this good fortune to have cows. So we have it here. So we must do seva for the cows as well. Yeah.
Lord is Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. He is
Ab-
always inclined to cows and Brahmanas.
Absolutely. Yeah. Prabhu.
Thank you so much, Mataji. Any other sharings, inputs? Okay, if there are no further updates, then we shall conclude and continue with further japa. So we'll be communicating those further updates in the group later on. Okay. Panchakalpatarubhyascha कृपा सिन्धुभ्य एव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो
Pavanimya Vaishnavadyo Namo Nama. Ananta Koti Vaishnavinda Ki Jai.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada Ki
Jai.
Jai.
Jai. Oxford Sangha Ki.
Jai.
Thank you, Ramlala Prabhuji, for kindly joining. Hope all is going well.
Yes, nice to hear your voice, Prabhu.